All right. Good afternoon. It's March 5th, 2024, and today we had a big, big sell off. I'm guessing that it's like going to be two legs down. Yeah, you can see. Look at that. I mean, we could go further, but that's two legs. Um, so, pretty fascinating stuff to me anyway. So let's take a look at this. Clearly down in the overnight. Uh, I'm gonna mark that. So yeah, we're clearly in a downtrend in the overnight. We get this break, um, and you get a second entry short, very strong bearish bar. Um, and I was just looking at this as a potential range after the break. Like the bulls aren't gonna get they're not gonna get a reversal, or at least that's what I thought. And so I looked for a measured move when we bounced, and that's where we went. But anyway, you get this double bottom, the pretty bullish bar. Kind of looks like maybe it's a second entry, so maybe you take that for a scalp, but you're going counter trend, so you definitely want to scalp out. And then we break below, and we get a test of this price, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. Can't break above that price, and I forget what Al Brooks calls that, but he says like something like 90% of the time within 3 days that's gonna prices will close that, or like in this case, since it's level of resistance, prices will break through that level of resistance, sell off, hit that measured move, go sideways a little bit, go a little further, and then we bounce on the news item. And so the news item shoots higher, it rallies past this point, and then we get a sell-off. Big sell-off, big spike in channel, so you want to look for a measured move down of that. You get a first entry, second entry, lower high. Also, I would look at this as a failed second entry long, and you get a nice move that should get you almost the entire measured move down. If you're feeling aggressive, maybe take this one, but it's just a first entry. Maybe look at it as a second entry. And then we just go sideways at that measured move. Break a little lower, trap a bunch of bulls into thinking that the sell-off is over, and then you get this lower high. Just a big bearish bar, and it looks like a trap to me. So, I mean, really, I should have marked this, is you have this range. Fails to break lower on the low side, fails to break higher on the high side. I think that's a pretty good trade. Hit the measured move, get a couple of legs up, and then we form this channel down. And you do get, this is technically a second entry short, so I marked it. It's really, I mean, it's hard to look at it that way. It's also technically a failed second entry long, but really it's more of like just like a double test of the trend line, confirmation of the trend line. And I think on a day like today, I think it's good enough. Here you get technically a second entry short, but the signal bar is no good. And then we come here and you get a second entry short, good signal bar. What I like, and there's another one later, is that there's a gap above this bar, so the breakout and the close of our signal bar, and that just get, like, on a day like today, the sell-offs are strong. It's clearly a downward bias. I'm extremely confident that gap is going to close, and we'll get another extra couple ticks past that. So I think that's good enough for a scalp. And we come down here, we go sideways. This one's tempting right here. I just can't argue for it under max rules, but it looks like a double test to me off the trend line. And then we sell off, and we got to overshoot now. Overshoot of this channel. And we're just going sideways at that measured move down. Second entry short right here, but I think we're just I don't know. I'm not crazy about that one. It's Just had a break of this channel. There's a few dojis here. We overshot this channel, but maybe you take that. So that's how I saw it today. Some pretty good setups on this chart, the 6,500 tick chart. Let's see how the 11,000 tick chart looks. Yeah, this one looks pretty good too. Not as good as the 6,500 though. So here's what we're looking at on the daily chart. So I did realize if you know, here's the COVID sell-off. Normally I would have my chart like this because the midline of being the beginning of the sell-off, but that makes this price kind of random. So it could be like this, and you know, we could be rallying pretty far above this area, but if you put it to these highs, or if you put it here, let's see, to drag the midline to this price right here, now we got a few touches off that midline, and that's where we're selling off. We broke out to the high side, and now we're selling off. So who knows what's going to happen? You know, we're still in this spike in channel, so really there's not a whole lot of, it's not very convincing that we're going to reverse to a downtrend, but there's a wedge top. Maybe that's, you know, something to consider. But anyway, hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.